Whoa, that's a bit bright. Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. As you can see, I'm still using this ring light thing, which really is quite bright, so forgive me if I don't look at you that much. This evening I thought I would talk about eating habits, because there's been quite a lot of comments on what the shopping is and how we could do it better, where people think that we're doing it wrong or where people think we're getting taken advantage of. And that's great. You know, a lot of helpful comments, a lot of different suggestions, etc. But I think for a lot of people who are seeing this shopping, excuse me, I've got something on my specs. They're forgetting where we came from. They're forgetting what my shopping used to be like. Now, yesterday I had one bag of chips, which cost £4, by the way, which I hadn't noticed. Or if I had, I just thought, yeah, that'll do. It's not worth it. So yes, we will be getting potatoes. We will be making our own chips from now on, because no. And I have an air fryer, so what's not to like? But instead of the one bag of chips, we would have had 4 bags of chips. Chicken Kievs. I used to buy so many chicken Kievs. So much fish. Battered fish. We used to get ready meals. I used to really like the beef stroganoff ready meal from Marks and Spencer's. I used to get that a lot when Mum and Dad were getting their shopping at Marks and Spencer's. We got a lot of processed stuff. And over the years since I've been doing the channel, which is mainly, I have to say thank you to all of you who have hinted, helped, suggested, told me off, etc., etc. And we have started changing, partly because of the costs, partly because of our health. But we absolutely have made a sea change in how we eat. We originally started that because I started going to, I think it was Lidl's I went to first, early on a Sunday morning to get the meat that was at a reduced price. Now, the last few times I've done that, it's not been worth it. The meat that's at a reduced price is, there's like maybe 2 or 3 packets if you're lucky. Then I went to Asda and it was really good. Sunday mornings again, getting a lot of reduced meat. Not as much when I was finishing off with that. But it was like, right, okay, that's not too bad. Now we're looking at the butcher, the farm shop, much better quality of meat, but much more expensive. Now, that's not as bad because there's 2 wages coming into the house now. For anyone that thought about, you know, what does Kathleen put in? Kathleen has, from the day she started working, put in to the household. That was what it was. If you change jobs, you get to keep your first pay packet from your new job. Always get to keep the first pay packet. After that, you put a percentage into the property. And that helps cover the bills, the food, etc., etc. So Kathleen has always done that. Please don't think that she doesn't. So if I'm buying dog food or protein stuff, that is, Kathleen is putting in towards that. But I think in the long run, our eating habits have changed so much for the better. They're so much more positive now than they were 3 years ago. If you look back some of the old videos on my shopping hauls, you'll see what we used to get. I don't even remember what we used to get, half of it. Diet Coke was huge. I used to buy a lot of Diet Coke. Kathleen, as you know, you see the Farm Foods one, we still get juice. However, her consumption of said juice has dramatically reduced. I know, because I still have the slabs of juice sitting here that would normally be gone in a month and we'd be sitting waiting on the Farm Foods vouchers coming through again. No, that's not happening now. So all in all, we are eating better quality meat. We are eating so many more veggies. That used to be a big thing when I put the shopping hauls on. So many people are like, where's your veggies? Don't particularly eat veggies. I'll maybe have some frozen peas, maybe some sweet corn. We are now, I mean, today I have the air fryer on. I don't think you can hear it in the background. It's quite a quiet air fryer. I am roasting the packet of carrots that I got yesterday. So that is my roasted carrots. I've got the last load in the air fryer just now. I've already eaten some with my dinner with roasted peppers. And I used cooked chicken from the freezer. And it was just cooked chicken. But due to, again, Kathleen, I obviously was brought up in Scotland by parents who were sort of boomer babies. You know, they were born 40 and 44. I think Mum said she didn't get an orange till she was 5. Eggs were powdered eggs, etc. Dad was luckier, he was on a farm. But we had a very bland kind of diet. Herbs and spices were not that big a thing. The first time my mum made spaghetti bolognese for my dad coming in from work, he threw it in the fire. He wanted normal mince, you know, normal stuff that he knew what it tasted like. After a hard day's work, you know. I have no words. I'm so disappointed in my dad. And I told him that many, many times. But that was the family we grew up in. Now, Kathleen, obviously, she's met different people. She's had a different lifestyle for the last few years. So she eats things that are a lot spicier, a lot more flavour to them. So I think that's part of what's changed with my diet, certainly. I mean, roasted peppers, I would never have done that before because to me, it's just a bunch of sour peppers. Oh, not when you add all the stuff. The last time I did roasted peppers, I had mustard seed in it. I had garlic paste, the salt, the pepper, paprika. I did the whole lot. And it was lovely. And I had the last of it tonight for my dinner. So it does take time, I think, to change your eating habits for the better. And I think it's, certainly for me, I mean, I've lost weight, not a lot, just about a stone. But it's still better than it was. And I don't feel deprived because I've taken the steps gradually. And because I've taken the steps gradually, I've actually enjoyed doing it. So, yeah, that's where we are just now. If you think of what we used to buy compared to what we buy now, and what we eat compared to what we ate back then, there is a huge difference for the positive. And I am liking that. So thank you for all the suggestions, the comments, the little ideas that help. And most of all, thank you for all the support through my learning curve, which has been quite a bumpy one. Now, again, as normal, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Catch you later.